All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Saira Mujtaba and with me is Sarabjeet Kaur. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to inaugurate Kushinagar International Airport in Uttar Pradesh tomorrow. Red alert issued for 10 dams in Kerala. Sabrimala pilgrimage put on hold. Cbsc announces date sheet for first term of Class 10 and 12 board exams. India's COVID vaccination coverage crosses 98 crore 60 lakh mark. Third Sero survey finds COVID-19 antibodies in 76.3% people in Haryana. India and Israel agree to recognize COVID vaccine certification of each other. Jammu and Kashmir and Dubai governments sign MOU for development of real estate, industrial parks and super speciality hospitals in the Union Territory. And in Men's T20 World Cup, India defeat England by 7 wickets in their first warm-up match. As India is on the verge of vaccinating 100 crore people against COVID-19, All India Radio salutes all the doctors, nurses and others who made this possible. At the same time, we caution our listeners that the battle against COVID is not yet over. We appeal to our listeners to get fully vaccinated at the earliest and also help others get vaccinated. During the festive season, please follow these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact national helpline numbers 011-2397-8046 and 1075. As our nation celebrates the 75th year of independence, a series of events is being organized by the government as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. To commemorate the occasion as a Jan Utsav, All India Radio News brings to its listeners a special quiz on India's freedom movement and its glorious history. The quiz is being conducted every Monday and Tuesday in Morning News since 16th of August and will continue till 15th of August 2022. India Post has joined hands as the logistics partner with All India Radio News for the Amrit Mahotsav quiz. Recalling our yesterday's question, who established Sadaqat Ashram, the House of Truth that was meant to symbolize Hindu-Muslim unity? The correct answer is Mahatma Gandhi. This ashram on the banks of River Ganga in Patna was established by Mahatma Gandhi at the peak of the non-cooperation movement in 1921. The ashram takes its name from the Urdu word sadaqat and the Sanskrit word ashram. Translated into English, the Sadaqat Ashram became the House of Truth, which symbolized Hindu-Muslim unity and was visited by many leaders of the freedom movement. AIR News got an overwhelming response from its listeners across the world, and the one lucky winner of the quiz is S. Gayatri Devi from Kanyakumari, Tamil Nadu. Congratulations from Team AIR News. And now, coming to our 20th question of the Amrit Mahotsav quiz in English. Who is the first Indian to clear the Indian Civil Service examination? I repeat the question. Who is the first Indian to clear the Indian Civil Service examination? Listeners can send in their responses to the question over WhatsApp on 8826 546262, 8826 546262, or through email on amritmahotsavquiz@prasarbharati.gov.in. I repeat the email address amritmahotsavquiz@prasarbharati.gov.in.
And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate Kushinagar International Airport in Uttar Pradesh tomorrow. Kushinagar is the place where Gautam Buddha attained Mahaparinirvan. The city is an important part of Buddha city and the international airport will prove a game changer in the development of the place. More details from our correspondent.
Buddha Circuit project was started by government to develop the places related to the life of Lord Buddha. Many important places related to Buddha Circuit are in Uttar Pradesh, which includes Sarnath, Shravasti, Kushinagar, Kaushambi, Sankisha and Kapilvastu. These sites currently receive many foreign tourist arrivals, with Sarnath leading the pack. Talking to AIR, Mukesh Meshram, Principal Secretary of Tourism and Culture in Uttar Pradesh government, said that the government is working on the development of these sites.
बुद्धिस्ट सर्किट की अगर हम बात करें तो उत्तर प्रदेश सारनाथ में लगभग 100 करोड़ की धनराशि से जो विश्व बैंक से वित्त पोषित है, उससे एक बड़ी आयोजना करके वहां की सारे प्रोमेनेड सड़कें सबको दुरुस्त किया जा रहा है। कुशीनगर में काम किया जा रहा है। स्वदेश दर्शन योजना के अंतर्गत कपिलवस्तु, श्रावस्ती, सिद्धार्थनगर में कपिलवस्तु है, उस पे काम पूरा का पूरा चल रहा है।
The international air connectivity starting tomorrow will definitely give a big boost to tourism related to the places of Buddha Circuit, as Buddhist pilgrims and tourists from Sri Lanka, Japan, China, Taiwan, South Korea, Thailand, Singapore, Vietnam will be able to reach Kushinagar directly. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
In Kerala, red alert has been issued for 10 dams as water level in these reservoirs are rising due to heavy rain in the catchment areas. Shutters of Kaki Dam in Patamtitta and Sholayar in Thrissur were opened yesterday for gradual and controlled release of water to avoid flooding of inhabited areas. With the water level in Idukki Dam having risen to 2,397.34 feet, the authorities have decided to open 2 shutters of the dam at 11 a.m. today. Idukki district authorities have asked those who live near the dam to keep vigil. Idukki district collector has said that list of people who should be evacuated has been prepared. The pilgrimage to the Sabrimala temple has been put on hold as the Pampa river is flowing above the flood level. The India Meteorological Department IMD has issued a yellow alert for 11 districts. IMD said the state is likely to receive fairly widespread rainfall for 3 to 4 days from tomorrow. The state received heavy rainfall on Friday and Saturday, which triggered flash floods and landslides in 4 districts. Many areas of Madhya Pradesh are receiving moderate to heavy rain. The Meteorological Department has warned of heavy rain in about 2 dozen districts of the state today. More details from our correspondent.
The Met Department has issued a yellow alert for heavy rains in various parts of Madhya Pradesh today. The department has forecasted that moderate to heavy rain with thunderstorms will continue for 2 to 3 days in many districts of the state. Meanwhile, several parts of the state, including the capital city Bhopal and Indore, have been receiving intermittent rain since yesterday, making the weather more pleasant. In Agarmalwa district, 1 person died while 7 others were injured due to lightning. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
The Central Board of Secondary Education, Cbsc, has released the date sheet for major subjects for Class 10th and 12th Term 1 board exams for 2021-22. As per the date sheet, the examination for major subjects for Class 10th will begin from 30th of November, while for Class 12th it will start from 1st of December. Keeping in view the winter season, the examination for both Classes 10th and 12th will begin at 11:30 a.m. instead of 10:30 a.m. Cbsc also said the date sheet for minor subjects for Class 10th and 12th will be provided to the schools separately. The examination of minor subjects for Class 10th will start from 17th of next month, and for Class 12th it will begin from the 16th of next month. Talking to AIR News, Controller of Examination Cbsc, Dr. Sanyam Bhardwaj said,
Cbsc is making all the arrangements to ensure that the examination is conducted safely. There is no problem at all. We will sanitize all the schools and rooms before the examination so that COVID protocols can be followed. And I request to the parents, students and the stakeholders that they should motivate the students, that they should prepare well and go to the examination and appear in the examination for their assessment, which will help the CBSC in declaring their result after the second term examination. I wish to each and everyone appearing in the examination, they will perform well, they will prepare well. First term examination of the main subject will be starting nearly at the end of the November.
India's COVID vaccination coverage has crossed the 98 crore 60 lakh mark. Out of the total vaccination, more than 69 crore 87 lakh vaccine doses have been given as the first dose, while over 28 crore 72 lakh doses have been administered as the second dose. India is now inching towards vaccinating 100 crore people. The Health Ministry said more than 79,74,000 vaccine doses were administered yesterday. The vaccination exercise, as a tool to protect the most vulnerable population groups in the country from COVID-19, continues to be regularly reviewed and monitored at the highest level. Talking to AIR News, Chairman and Managing Director of Medanta, Dr. Naresh Trehan said,
This is a very significant move forward because it protects the population from, one, getting the COVID, two, even if they get it, that it's a very mild form. We have seen the results of the people who have been vaccinated, and gradually the vaccine hesitancy has also come down. So now we expect to keep moving. This is compliments to the government and also the participation of the private sector in accomplishing this big landmark event. Now we are only second to China by way of the number of vaccinations given, and we feel now that we are fast approaching the herd immunity, where natural immunity plus the vaccine immunity will protect India in the coming months from the onslaught of COVID-19. So this is something to actually celebrate, and we must compliment the biotechnology companies. So it's a proud moment for all of us.
Odisha crossed a milestone in its fight against COVID-19 with the complete vaccination of over 1 crore people. As on yesterday, the state has fully inoculated more than 1,26,000 citizens. A report.
According to CoWIN data, over 3,43 lakh people of the state have been administered with COVID vaccine so far. Out of these, 2,43 lakh people have taken the first dose, with the rest over 1 crore beneficiaries having received both the jabs. The state has targeted to complete first dose vaccination of all its citizens by the year end. Meanwhile, the state administration has begun preparation to offer ex gratia 50,000 rupees each to the next of kin of those who have lost their lives to COVID-19 within 1 month of getting infected, either in home isolation or while under treatment in the hospital. Girish Chandradas, AIR News, Bhubaneswar.
The third Seru survey in Haryana has found 76.3% population having COVID-19 antibodies. The findings of the third survey were released by State Health Minister Anil Vij in Chandigarh yesterday. This was the biggest Seru survey conducted in Haryana till date, with around 36,520 participants, including children. Colleges in Maharashtra will resume their activities from tomorrow, as the state government is allowed to open the colleges in the state with some restrictions in the backdrop of improved COVID-19 situation. The stakeholders will have to follow the COVID-19 protocols, and SOPs in this regard have been issued by the government. A report.
According to the SOPs issued by the Higher and Technical Education Department of Maharashtra, only those colleges are allowed to reopen where the concerned authorities have not imposed any containment restrictions. Only those students and teaching and non-teaching staff is allowed to enter the college premises who have completed their vaccination with both the doses of COVID-19 vaccine. Those who have not completed their vaccination are told to do it on priority. The colleges can contact local concerned authorities to conduct vaccination drives for the students and the staff. The classes will be conducted with 50% attendance, and the colleges have been asked to stagger timings for entry and exit for different programs conducted in the colleges. Shailesh Patil, AIR News, Mumbai.
India and Israel have agreed to recognize COVID-19 vaccination certificates of each other. This was announced by External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar following talks with his Israeli counterpart Yair Lapid. Dr. Jaishankar, who is on a 3-day visit to Israel, held meetings with government officials, business leaders, and the Indian Jewish community there. After the talks with Israeli Foreign Minister, Dr. Jaishankar said he had a very productive discussion on a wide range of regional and global issues. Dr. Jaishankar said he discussed resumption of Free Trade Agreement or FTA negotiations between the two countries next month. Secretary of Department of Investment and Public Asset Management, DIPAM, Tuhin Kanta Pandey has said that dividend tranches of about 296 crore rupees have been received from Power Finance Corporation Limited and 233 crore rupees from Housing and Urban Development Corporation. In a tweet, Mr. Pandey said, Oil India Limited has paid about 92 crore rupees, KIOCL 99 crore rupees and Satluj Jal Vidyut Nigam 94 crore rupees as dividend tranches to the Government of India.
You're listening to the morning news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to inaugurate Kushinagar International Airport in Uttar Pradesh tomorrow. Red alert issued for 10 dams in Kerala. Sabrimala pilgrimage put on hold. CBSC announces date sheet for first term of class 10th and 12th board exams. India's COVID vaccination coverage crosses 98 crore 60 lakh mark. Third Sero survey finds COVID-19 antibodies in 76.3% people in Haryana. India and Israel agreed to recognize COVID vaccination certification of each other. Jammu and Kashmir and Dubai governments sign MOU for development of real estate, industrial parks and super speciality hospitals in the Union Territory. And in men's T20 World Cup, India defeat England by 7 wickets in their first warm-up match. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
In a historic move, Jammu and Kashmir administration and the Dubai government have signed a Memorandum of Understanding or MOU for real estate development, industrial parks, super speciality hospitals and various business enterprises in the Union Territory. Union Minister Piyush Goyal said, with the signing of the MOU with the Dubai government, the world has started to recognize the pace with which Jammu and Kashmir is traversing on the development bandwagon. He said, different entities from Dubai have shown keen interest in investment and the recent industrial package of 28,400 crore rupees in the Union Territory.
पूरे विश्व को भारत के ऊपर आज विश्वास है कि भारत बहुत अहम भूमिका निभाएगा भविष्य में विश्व व्यापार में। मैं समझता हूं बड़े रूप में विश्व भर से लोग जम्मू कश्मीर में निवेश करने के लिए आएंगे।
Speaking on the occasion, Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha said, the MOU is the beginning of a new partnership between Dubai and Jammu and Kashmir.
अनुमान हम लोग कर रहे थे कि 30,000 करोड़ का इन्वेस्टमेंट आएगा, लेकिन आज जिस तरह का उत्साह इंडस्ट्री के लोग दिखा रहे हैं और जो प्रपोजल हमारे पास आए, मुझे लगता है कि ये कहना मुश्किल होगा कि 60,000 करोड़ होगा कि 70,000 करोड़ होगा।
Union Home Minister Amit Shah chaired the National Security Strategies Conference with Directors General of Police and Inspectors General of Police of all the states and Union Territories, as well as the Chiefs of Central Police Forces. The conference was held at Intelligence Bureau headquarters. The conference deliberated on various internal security challenges and discussed ways to tackle them firmly. Sources said the security situation in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir was also discussed.
As our nation celebrates the 75th year of independence, a series of events are being organized by the government as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Let's listen to our special program Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. India's glorious fight for freedom is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the valiant struggle every day. On 19th of October 1888, V. Ramalingam Pillai, popularly known as Namakkal Kavinyar, was born at Mohanur in Namakkal district in Tamil Nadu to Venkataraman and Ammani Ammal. His father worked in police department. He did his BA in 1909 from Bishop Heber College at Tiruchi. Initially, he worked as a clerk at Namakkal Tahsildar's office and later worked as a primary school teacher.
He wrote hundreds of poems with patriotic fervour. He also participated in the Salt Satyagraha against the British government in 1930 and went to jail for 1 year. His novels and songs enlightened the youth of Tamil Nadu about the freedom movement and Gandhian ways of fighting with the enemy.
Ramalingam Pillai, who was fondly called as nationalist poet, wrote, "Without sword and without blood, a war is being waged. Those who believe in the immortality of truth can join without hesitation."
Gandhi endra Sandamurti சேர்ந்து காட்டும் செந்நெறி மாந்தருக்குள் தீமை குன்ற வாய்ந்த தெய்வ மார்க்கமே.
His novel Malaikallan was made into a Tamil film post-independence and became a super hit film and won President's Medal for Best Film.
கத்தியின்றி ரத்தமின்றி யுத்தம் ஒன்று வருகிறது, சத்தியத்தின் நித்தியத்தை நம்பும் யாரும் சேருவே.
This film was later remade in Hindi as Azad. His poems on the pride of being an Indian and Tamil, and his verses on Khadi are being quoted even today in Tamil Nadu. He received the Padma Bhushan Award in 1971. Nirmala Deshpande was born to Vimala and Purushottam Yashwant Deshpande in Nagpur on the 19th of October 1929. Her father was the recipient of the Sahitya Akademi Award in 1962 for his work in Marathi Anamikachi Chintanika.
She did MA in Political Science from Nagpur. She also studied at Fergusson College, Pune. Thereafter, she served as lecturer in Political Science in Morris College, Nagpur.
Deshpande joined Vinoba Bhave's Bhudan movement in 1952. She undertook a 40,000-kilometer Padyatra across India to carry Gandhi's message of Gram Swaraj. She recognized that it was difficult to practice Gandhian principles, yet believed that doing so was the only way towards a truly democratic society.
Deshpande was known to be the spirit behind peace marches in Punjab and Kashmir when violence was at its peak in those states. She served as the president of a historical organization, Harijan Sevak Sangh, from June 1983 till her death. She was associated with many social organizations and bodies. She founded Akhil Bharat Rachnatmak Samaj that won the National Communal Harmony Award in 2004.
Nirmala Deshpande was a nominated member of the Rajya Sabha twice. Deshpande received the Rajiv Gandhi National Sadbhavna Award in 2005 and the Padma Vibhushan in 2006. That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar AIR News ke Sang. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
Eid Milad-ul-Nabi, the birthday of Prophet Muhammad, is being celebrated in various parts of the country today. In most of the places, there will be no large-scale Milad procession in view of COVID-19 restrictions. President, Vice President and Prime Minister have greeted people on Milad-ul-Nabi. In his message, President Ramnath Kovind said, Prophet Muhammad's life is an example of fraternity, compassion and affection, and he will always remain a source of inspiration for humanity. In his message, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu said, the Holy Prophet showed humanity the righteous path of compassion, tolerance and universal brotherhood. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that there will be peace and prosperity all around and the virtues of kindness and brotherhood will always prevail. Eid Mubarak. In the men's T20 Cricket World Cup, India defeated England by 7 wickets in their first warm-up match in Dubai last night. Put into bat first, England posted the big score of 188 for 5 wickets in the stipulated 20 overs, riding on Johnny Bairstow's 49 off 36 and Moeen Ali's not out 43 off 20 balls. For India, Mohammad Shami picked up 3 wickets. In reply, India overhauled the target for 3 with 6 balls to spare, riding on Ishan Kishan's 70 and KL Rahul's 51 runs. Former U.S. Secretary of State Colin Powell has died of COVID-19 complications. He was 84. His family said Powell was fully vaccinated against the coronavirus. A veteran of the Vietnam War, Powell spent 35 years in the army and rose to the rank of 4-star general before becoming the first black chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
And now let's take a look at the weather forecast for today. Srinagar will have a mainly clear sky, becoming partly cloudy towards the afternoon or evening. Temperature will hover between 7 and 20 degrees Celsius. Jammu will also have a clear sky, while Leh is likely to witness a generally cloudy sky with light rain. Temperatures will hover between 2 and 15 degrees Celsius. Gilgit will also have a partly cloudy sky. Muzaffarabad will have a sunny sky. Temperature will hover between 12 and 30 degrees Celsius. National capital Delhi has forecast of generally cloudy sky and moderate rain is also expected. Temperature will hover between 20 and 24 degrees Celsius, while Mumbai and Chennai, Kolkata, Hyderabad will have partly cloudy sky. Thiruvananthapuram will have a generally cloudy sky with few spells of rain or thunder showers. Guwahati, Shillong, Itanagar will have generally cloudy sky with some moderate rain.
And now an overview of today's newspapers. Different stories on COVID data and vaccinations have been noticed by the dailies. The Statesman says daily COVID-19 infections decline. The Pioneer reports above 70% non-vaccinated kids have COVID antibodies. The Indian Express headlines, waiting for more data, can't cut corners to list Covaxin, says WHO. Market bulls continue to run on a one-way D street, notes the Economic Times. Dera Sacha Sauda chief Gurmeet Ram Rahim getting life term for murder is another story that is widely covered by the press. Hindustan Times says Ram Rahim gets life sentence in Ranjit Singh murder case. And finally, with a view to orienting its officers and men posted along the LAC in Tibetan culture, the army has begun a course in Tibetology. The Hindu writes, Army trains officers posted along LAC in Tibetology, adding, Lamas from Bomdila Monastery engaged for teaching first batch of 15 soldiers finished course in May.
Before we end the bulletin, a reminder of today's question of the Amrit Mahotsav quiz. Who is the first Indian to clear the Indian Civil Service examination? I repeat the question. Who is the first Indian to clear the Indian Civil Service examination? WhatsApp your response on 8826 546262. 8826 546262 or through email on amritmahotsavquiz@prasarbharati.gov.in. Amrit Mahotsav quiz at prasarbharati.gov.in. Celebrate 75 years of India's independence by participating in Amrit Mahotsav quiz with AIR News. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Modi to inaugurate Kushinagar International Airport in Uttar Pradesh tomorrow. Red alert issued for 10 dams in Kerala. Sabrimala pilgrimage put on hold. Cbsc announces date sheet for first term of Class 10 and 12 board exams. India's COVID vaccination coverage crosses 98 cross 60 lakh mark. Third Sero survey finds COVID-19 antibodies in 76.3% people in Haryana. India and Israel agree to recognize COVID vaccine certification of each other. Jammu and Kashmir and Dubai government sign MOU for development of real estate, industrial parks and super speciality hospitals in the Union Territory. And in Men's T20 World Cup, India defeat England by 7 wickets in their first warm-up match. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a great day.